the condition of the property a code violation, and as he so often did, he just ripped it up and didn't tell anybody about it. So how many citations have been issued, I really can't tell you, but I know one for sure, because obviously he didn't address it, and now it's in a warrant status.
I want to turn to something. You said there's a property dispute at the back?
No, it's, one of the potential buyers wants to verify that the property, how far it extends down the hill.
Yeah.
That's all, and so we're gonna have to get surveyed.
Okay.
And we're
Try
trying
to
to get
dispute, it's just where.
No, it's just, before, he's ready to write a contract on it, but he wants to know what he finds.
I'm aware of some people that have
Right.
had conflicts over how far the property is.
Now, this,
Right by Darren, isn't it?
Right next door.
Right next door.
it's been,
Spin chief talking about.
I think this property was last surveyed in the 40s maybe, and so they just need some current information. And, I didn't mention.
What would be the reason that it would take so long to bring it up to code, I guess? You said 120 days?
Yes, sir. I don't know a lot about building and stuff. I just know it's hard to get contractors this time of year. So, I've got a couple of friends that are in that business, and they've got more work than they can get to in a reasonable period of time. And one other thing I forgot to mention earlier that came up in your previous hearing about the notice. The notice of this hearing was sent to one of the heirs' former husbands at some other address. And I know the city has...
It came from a title search that was conducted, and it was sent to the heirs of the deceased son also.
Right.
And it was also sent to all of the two that are alive now.
Two children.
The two children.
Well, that's one, Miss Moss, that,
Yeah.
we're talking about, it's her parents' home.
Yeah, we did 2 title searches on it.
And
And
I know the notice in July came to her correct address in Boyd. But this
the last
came
one,
to
she
her-
gave us an address, a different address out in Paradise.
Right. Yeah, that's where this went. And
That
it
was a
just,
previous husband. She hadn't lived there and been divorced from her for many years. Unfortunately, they still talk a little bit. He called her and let her know, hey, you got some mail here. Let me bring it to you. He finally brought it to her last week. And when we saw the notice, I was like,
Yeah, that's the address she gave my, city of Vantage, my, utility.
I don't know where it came from.
Yeah,
That's where it went.
For Paradise.
we were wondering about that because the July notice went to the correct address.
And and we were told she moved, and that was the new address. Guess not.
If she's trying to sell that, how long is it gonna take to get that cleared up where she can sell it if she
Well,
wants?
as soon as, we're also, because the surveyors are backed up too, we haven't been able to get one to schedule and give us a date certain to do the survey to,
So, if I understand right, she wants to sell it and not fix it up and keep it.
Well, it depends on what the buyer wants to do with it, truthfully. But I know a lot of houses in that condition around the city are being raised and a new property being built, and that's an attractive.
But I'm talking about
a nice street.
This lady that you represent, is she the sole owner, or she has her other heirs involved?
She's one of the heirs. She and her brother are the children of the deceased people, their parents. And then there's another brother that's deceased, so he has 3 sons that are heirs to a third of them.
So what Dan's asking is, do you think, that's a lot of hoops to jump through, so...
I think they're all on the same page about selling.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem. It's just, buyers rightfully so want to know what they're buying exactly, and that's why the request is being made.
But it's, I guess what my question is if the current owners agree to sell it, is it now through the courts where they can sell it if they get a reasonable offer that they want, or is it still tied up in the courts waiting for them to get ownership to build, so.
Are you asking if it's been probated?
It's not in the courts because there were no wills. So the heirship is gonna be established by affidavit. And that typically satisfies the title companies to issue a title policy to the new buyer. And that's, so there's not an administration of the estate through the probate court. There could be, and that would be, the one way you would get one person appointed by the court to authorize and sell it and close the sale, but I don't think that's gonna be necessary, because the heirs are all in agreement.
So have they ordered the survey now to determine the boundary line?
We're waiting for a call back to see who can do it the fastest, which company. Yes, sir.
Looks like there's about 21,000 owed in back taxes
Is that what it shows?
since 2020. That's including the penalties and interest.
Right. Yeah, those add up in a hurry.
So I take it from what staff has said, your recommendation is going to be the 89 days?
Yeah, that's all I think we could do.
Do we have anyone else who wishes to speak during the public hearing? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing at 7:15, and we will now move to item number 14, which is consider action from public hearing, consider council orders on the property at 1909 Yale Street that may include securing, vacating of occupants, removal, repairing, or demolition of structures, or adoption of resolution imploring a federal agency to abate all substandard violations in order to be brought into compliance with Section 3.07.004 of the River Oaks Code of Ordinances 2006 as amended. So if somebody wants to take that one, I think that's Roman numeral 2 on staff's recommendations. Sample motions.
I move the city council find that the building located at 1909 Yale, based on evidence presented to this hearing, is substandard, and the conditions set forth in the building officials' report exist to the extent that the life, health, property, or safety of the public and occupants of the buildings, if applicable, are endangered, and that the building is feasible of repair, and therefore order the building to be repaired by the owner within 89 days, and the lien holder or mortgagee to within an additional 30 days if the owner does not comply, and the board orders commencement of the repairs within 30 days and has established specific time schedules. So that implies that there is a schedule, right, Marvin? A plan, number 3? Paragraph 3?
The board orders commence and repair within 30 days and establish specific time schedules. We do not have that in place.
Right, so I'm saying that doesn't need to be in there.
So it just needs to say that we order the commencement of the
repairs
repairs.
within 30 days, and to establish a specific time.
And to do that, we contact Mr. Gregory.
Yep. And order that the building be repaired in conformance with the requirements of Section 3.07.004 of the River Oaks Code of Ordinances of 2006, as amended or demolished by the owner, and the debris removed within 89 days, or by the lien holder or mortgagee to within an additional 30 days if the owner does not comply. Further find that if the building is not repaired within 89 days, that there is no reasonable probability that the building will be repaired within a reasonable period of time, if additional time is given. If the building is not repaired within 89 days, in full conformance with Section 3.07.004 of the River Oaks Code of Ordinances of 2006, the building shall be demolished. Order that the substandard fee of $150 be paid upon permit issuance. Certificate of occupancy will not be filed until all substandard fees are paid in full.
Second.
And I'm sorry to interject, Marvin, do you want them to authorize the city to conduct the demolition if the owner or lien holder doesn't do so?
It'll come back to us.
Yeah, we'll come back to
You
them.
hear it again after that? Okay.
Yeah.
We have a motion and a second to do what Steve said, provide the 89 days to have it repaired or demolished. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Move now to item 15, which is to consider approval of ordinance number 1365-2022,